All love the rush of motivation. It's that spark that makes starting something new feel exciting and unstoppable. But if you've ever tried to stick with a goal, like studying, working out, or chasing a dream, you know that motivation doesn't last. By day 5, the excitement fades, and suddenly your goal feels heavy. Most people quit at this point, not because they're weak, but because they expected motivation to always be there. The truth is, motivation is just a feeling, and feelings change. The people who achieve big things aren't always more motivated, they're more disciplined. They keep going, even when the excitement is gone. Motivation feels great, but it can trick you into waiting for the perfect moment to act. When you rely on motivation, your progress depends on your mood. On good days, you move forward, but on bad days, you stop. This leads to inconsistency and frustration. Discipline, on the other hand, is about action, not emotion. It means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline shows up when motivation doesn't. It's not about punishment or perfection. It's about building trust with yourself. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you prove you can rely on your own word, building confidence and self-respect. Why does motivation feel so addictive? It's because it triggers dopamine, the brain's reward chemical, giving you a temporary high just by thinking about success. But dopamine spikes when you imagine doing something, not when you actually do it. That's why starting feels easy, but continuing is hard. Discipline doesn't rely on dopamine, it relies on repetition. Over time, repeating a behavior rewires your brain, making hard things feel natural. Researchers have found that small, consistent effort, like studying 30 minutes a day, creates stronger habits than occasional bursts of effort. Every small act of discipline shapes your identity, making it easier to keep going. Think of discipline like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. But just like a muscle, it can get tired if you try to do too much at once. If you try to change everything overnight, you'll burn out quickly. Instead, start with one small, clear habit and do it daily until it feels automatic. Each time you complete a small task, you strengthen your discipline muscle and build momentum. Even the most disciplined people fail sometimes, but the difference is they don't let failure stop them. They just start again. Consistency isn't about being perfect. It's about returning to your habits even after setbacks. First, discipline can feel restrictive, like a set of rules. But over time, it becomes the thing that gives you real freedom. When you're disciplined, you don't waste time negotiating with yourself or waiting for inspiration. You just act. That consistency creates results, and those results give you freedom. The freedom to use your time how you want, to rest without guilt, and to trust yourself to follow through. Motivation gives you short bursts of energy, but discipline gives you control. When motivation fades, discipline is what keeps you moving forward, turning effort into lasting progress. Motivation might start your journey, but discipline is what finishes it. It's the quiet force behind every meaningful achievement, the strength that shows up long after the excitement fades. Discipline doesn't always feel exciting, but it's what helps you study when you're tired, practice when no one's watching, and keep believing when results take time. You don't need to feel ready to act, you just need to begin. Because once you start moving, you realize that discipline isn't about forcing yourself, it's about choosing who you want to become. And that choice, repeated daily, is what transforms everything.